In previous video, we have seen introduction of transactions. Now we will see different states of transactions. In the absence of failure, all transaction completes execution successfully. However, it is also possible that transaction does not complete its execution successful. So if it is transaction is successful, it is terminated by using the command committed, and when it is unsuccessful, the transaction is aborted and it is rolled back to its initial value. So when transaction begin, it will be in active state. So transaction stay in this state while it is executing. After this, it will be whether goes to a partially committed state. If there are 100 operations in the transaction, if all operations are executed, now the transaction in the partially committed state. That means if operation has a 100 instruction, so in partially committed instruction, all the 100 operations are completed here, and these instructions are read write operations. So here we will perform in the active to partial state, we will perform a read or write operation or a update operations. Now this partially committed state perform on local memory or a local buffer, or you can say at RAM. This partially committed will be successful when we will perform a command that is called as a committed. Committed means data is permanently stored in database. From RAM to a database, data is permanently stored. So after committed, the operation is successful, and now this operation is to be terminated. Now in between, before committing, due to the failure of internet or due to the failure of some hardware or software, this operation is failed, so it will come into a failed state, and after this operation is to be aborted and then terminated. If operation is aborted, that all the data, all the read write operation should be rolled back to initial state. So this partially committed operation can be a fail or can be a successful. If it is successful, by committing command, we have to store data into a database and then terminate these transactions. Or this will be a fail, and if it is fail, it will be a rollback to its initial value and then terminated. And after beginning the transaction, because of some failure of software or a hardware, so this data will be directly goes to a failed state because of some hardware and software problem or power failure. So these are the some state of transactions. So in this transaction state, two things should be remembered. First is all the operation should be completely executed, that means successful. Second, if any operation failed, transaction aborted and roll back, that means transaction failed.